Welcome, bout bettors. Well, the props have generated, or at least a few of them, on the Rivers website, and again, the lines look a little tight. Lewis by KO is close to the same as Lewis on the money line, so I don't know what I'm going to do there. I'm just going to might pass that fight altogether. The Bobby Green decision line is not horrible at plus 140, and Adesanya by finish or decision are both each at 1 plus 145. Vegas is on to prop bettors and is shoring up their odds in order to protect their margins. I was hoping to take a side in the bout between Marcelo Rojos, the plus 320 underdog, against minus 455 favorite Kyler Phillips, but the Phillips by finish line is minus 134, and Vegas expects him to do it early as the line is set at minus 1.5. Vegas is wise not to dog Rojo the Pitbull T-Rex out too much because they got burned weeks ago by Victor Henry, who fights with the same tenacity as Rojo, but that same style played right into Charles Jourdain's kicks and style to get him beat down, and the bookies didn't go overboard here. But I anticipate the public to do the rest of the work and that line to widen as watching his first fight in the UFC after toiling in Mexico, Combate America, for 6 years. I would not even have expected another opportunity in the octagon or jaula for Rojo. Rojo has claimed that he has been training for 6 months straight for this bout, and I think that is just the amount of time he needed to recover from that ass shaving he took from Charles Jourdain. He is again Uncle Weezy's victim to get that ass shaved this week, and after seeing more tape, I can see why. I like Marcelo Rojos' fighting spirit and will. The guy has that warrior spirit, and it shows in the octagon, not just from being beat up. Like Victor Henry, the guy just doesn't quit. He's super aggressive. He's tough. He has 5 losses early in his career as an Combate America's headliner, and so he'll be used to the spotlight again, and he has one fight in the UFC, and he soon became a fan favorite of the Mexican fighters and Mexican fans. I even saw sexy Mexican John Castaneda in his corner, which says a lot about his fight character, but your will and character can only do so much. Rojo is going to be almost 10 years older than Phillips, but at least he will size up well in this particular bout. Rojo has only one direction, like Victor Henry, and that is to come forward. He has a decent low kick and straight punches, but like Henry, he doesn't leg check very much, but will block. He is has a good guard. Marcelo is very aggressive, but he's open to body shots because his striking guard, in terms of keeping those hands up, leaves his torso or waist open. His grappling escapes are sloppy but effective. He didn't face tons of grapplers in Combate Americas, but I watched one bout. I forget the guy's name. He was able to escape even top position. The guy was dominating him on the mat, and he was able to escape just from his veracity and will to get up. And that's important. We all yell at the screen all the time of yelling at fighters, get up, man, get up, do something, make some movements, don't stay in that guard. And Rojo's one of those guys that would do it. He is also willing to trade too much, taking it and giving it, which eventually wears his body and cardio down. Jourdain totally exposed this, attacking from the outside and kicking Rojo's arms until they were useless. The guy probably went to the hospital just from the leg kicks alone. Rojo's best weapons are his overhand right and his knees in the plum or Muay Thai clinch, but his clinch gets sloppy as he takes too much damage from the outside or protecting himself from kicks and blows. Regardless of what fighter it is, he definitely puts his hands up and he keeps parrying or touching everyone's legs or their arms with his, he's parrying the strikes with his arms, and he's just not doing it in a clean way because he's always constantly moving in one direction. Rojo doesn't change levels at all, and he doesn't do any kind of grappling at all. He is just a good kickboxer. He definitely has subs in his career. He definitely has good counter grappling, but he's too comfortable in this boxing style, this Muay Thai style, and he doesn't make any in-fight adjustments, which makes me doubt his fight IQ. He relies on his durability. He doesn't move off the center line, and he doesn't circle defensively or offensively. He is a hunter, but has no offensive strategy nor different patterns of attack. Jourdain also capitalized on this as Rojo never altered any of his movements his offensive movements, nor his angles. He never sidestepped. He never attacked in a different way. He didn't roll with the punch. He simply just kept reaching to make contact, and he never, again, changed any levels, tried to make a takedown, give a different look. That's why Rojos seems predictable as he telegraphs his attacks. After a while, you're going to see everything, and his timing is easy to interpret. His inability to make in-fight adjustments takes away all of his toughness and durability. He's too willing to take it, and eventually his strikes come slow, and he can't block any strikes. Rojos, insistent to fight in one direction, allows his opponents to tee off at will. Rojos plum or that Muay Thai clinch isn't as effective as the fight goes on, and his instinct on holding that position, despite getting washboarded or hit to the midsection or getting hit, he still held it. And again, it just shows a lack of fight IQ. Late in the fight against Jourdain, the cumulative damage was just too much, and Jourdain was able to attack from the outside at close distance to strike on the inside at will. Rojo definitely went for x-rays and indeed got his ass shaved. His face was beat up, but his spirit wasn't broken. This guy is a fighter, and if you think he's just going to bend over and take it from Phillips, you're sadly mistaken. I like Yes to go the distance prop here at plus 160, and it's just the toughness and a warrior bet. It's just on his durability and his will not to succumb to quitting. And I'm impressed by that. I'm really taken by that for some reason. And that's why I'm making the fighter spotlight on this guy, because the dude is a bad mofo. And I may consider Phillips by decision here, depending on my own momentum betting. Phillips by decision is a nice meaty number at plus 250. But what would you guys do? Are you on my side? Do you think Marcelo Rojos can withstand not being finished by Kyler Phillips? Do you think, would you place a flyer on Marcelo Rojos or a lunch money bet? I'm not there looking at the tape. I really do think he is gonna get his ass shaved, but the guy is going to survive. So I'm really liking that 2 go the distance prop. That may be one of the only distance props I played this week, and because it's plus money. But let me know what you guys are going to do in the comments section. Please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And as always, if you've made it this far, you are about better.